Hey, Cub fans. Thanks for joining us here on Cubs 24/7, where Randy talks Cubs. And we're going to talk Cubs today, focusing on Yan Gomes. Yan is an important player for us, and I wanted to take some time and get to know Yan a little bit. So let's go ahead and do that. Yan is 36 years old, born on July 19th, 1987, 6'2", 212. Born in Brazil, lived there till he was 12. His mother, Claudia, had gotten a job that necessitated them to move to the United States. So they moved to the Miami area when Yan was 12 years old. Jan's father is a tennis instructor, and he had met a Cuban baseball coach in Sao Paulo. And this baseball coach saw Yan and thought, that looks kind of like a baseball player. So he introduced Yan to the game and got Yan started as a young boy. Yan played baseball in high school at Miami Southridge High School. Played well. Played his college ball first 2 years as a freshman and a sophomore at University of Tennessee in Knoxville. And in those days, Yan was an infielder. In fact, he played all of the infield positions and started at all of the infield positions except for shortstop during his 2 seasons in Tennessee. He was also good enough that both summers he played in the Cape Cod League and did really well, '07 and '08 both. In the 2008 draft, the Red Sox selected Yan, but it was in the 39th round. So Yan wasn't all that interested in that, so he didn't sign. And for the next year, he ends up transferring from Tennessee to a private Catholic school in the Miami area called Barry University. It was the Barry Buccaneers. Yan played 1 season for them, did really well, broke the school record for RBIs with 92 and total bases with 172. At the end of that season, the '09 draft, the Toronto Blue Jays selected Yan in the 10th round, and Yan signed his contract. So Yan signed his first pro contract, the draft of 2009. The Blue Jays assigned him to the rookie ball Gulf Coast Blue Jays, and he was shortly after that promoted to the Auburn Doubledays of the Class A short season team. So 21-year-old Yan Gomes, first season in '09 as a pro, did really well, hit 300 with a 370 on base, 439 slug, 809 OPS. So nice job, young 21-year-old Yan Gomes. The 2010 season, he opened up playing for the Lansing Lugnuts, their low A team for the Blue Jays. Wasn't there long, got transferred or got promoted up to the Advanced A Dunedin Blue Jays. And this was when they switched him to catching. So Yan had been playing a lot of infield, so now the 2010 season is when he starts catching. That season with the Lugnuts and the Blue Jays in Dunedin, he hit 270 with a 309 on base, 471 slug for 790 OPS. In 2011, he starts the season with the New Hampshire Fisher Cats, Double A affiliate for the Blue Jays. Then was promoted briefly to the Las Vegas 51s, the Triple A affiliate. During this time, Yan was sort of the second catcher in the organization. The Blue Jays' top catching prospect was Travis d'Arnaud, and Yan was really playing behind him. Yan was backing up Travis d'Arnaud in 2011. So Yan got some play at first base and some third. He hit 248 with a 315 on base and a 455 slug in 2011, playing some first base and third base and backing up Travis d'Arnaud. 2012 was a tumultuous year for Yan. He got called up and back so many times. Really kind of incredible. But he started the season really hot with Las Vegas. He was hitting 359 with 5 home runs and 22 RBI when he got called up for the first time on May 17th. So the first month and a half of the season, he was really hot. Got called up. When that happened, he became the first Brazilian player ever in Major League Baseball history. On that same day, May 17th, he got his first major league hit, got a single off of the Mets pitcher Phil Hughes, and hit his first home run soon thereafter against the Mets' John Neese. But here's where it starts. He gets sent back to Vegas, went 5 for 22 with 2 home runs in 8 games, gets called back on June 5th, gets sent back on June 20th, got called back on July 19th, sent back on August 19th, called back up on September 7th. So up and back, up and back. There was some reasons for that. It wasn't Jan's performance. It was roster spots. Had some injuries, some movements. So he got caught up in that. So, but that was pretty much it for the Blue Jays. On November 3rd of 12, Blue Jays traded Yan to Cleveland. So Yan starts the 2013 season with the Cleveland AAA affiliate Columbus Clippers. Wasn't there for just a week and a half. Got called up on April 9th. Then got sent back to the Clippers on April 24th before being brought back up to the Indians on April 28th. At that point, he sticks. So April 28th, gets called back up with Cleveland, finishes that season catching 85 games for the Tribe, hit 294, 344 on base with a 481 slug. Really good year. He played 1 game at first base with Cleveland that year. On the 14th, or the 2014, March 31st, he signs his first big contract. Cleveland signed him to a 6-year, $23 million extension. So young 26-year-old Yan Gomes, March 31st, 2014, signs his first major contract. Backs it up with a good year. 2014 for Cleveland, he wins the Silver Slugger Award, hits 278 with a 313 on base and a 472 slug. So at this point, he's pretty well established. Yan is now he's a pro. His career is on solid foundation. So it's the start of a really good 6 years with the Cleveland franchise. And I'll give you his numbers. In 6 years, he played 609 games, had 533 hits, 83 homers, 295 RBIs. He hit 250 even, 296 on base, and a 426 slug with a 723 OPS. So that slash line for his 6 years in Cleveland really depict what he is. The numbers that we're going to talk about moving forward are just similar. If not similar, almost the exact same numbers as what he put up in 6 years with Cleveland. Almost every game he caught, he had some DH games, but the 99% of his games were behind the plate. So he had become pretty much catching only. His best season was in 2018. He became an All-Star. He's been an All-Star once, and this was in 2018. In 2018, he hit 266 with a 313 on base and a 449 slug. So that was one of his best slash lines. When that happened, he became the first Brazilian featured in any All-Star game in an American sports league. So Yan Gomes breaking some ground. After his 6 years in Cleveland, the 2018 season, he was traded to the Washington Nationals on November 30th of 2018. He played 2.5 years with the Nationals, and in that time, he played 190 games. What do you think he hit? Yan Gomes hit 250. 2.5 years with the Nationals, 190 games. He hit 250 with a 319 on base and a 424 slug. So you take those numbers and match them up with the 6 years at Cleveland. That's about what it is. Right at 250, right at the 300 on base, a little over 4 slug. So that's pretty much what Yan Gomes is at this point. But it's very consistent. Midway through the 2021 season, on July 30th, the Nationals traded him to Oakland, and he played 40 games with Oakland. At the end of that season, he becomes a free agent. So on December 1st, 2021, that's when the Cubs signed him. Cubs signed him on a 2-year deal with a club option for 24. So that's where he is now. He's on that club option year on the original contract he signed with us in 2021. So we've had him for 2 years. And, Yan had a really good 2023, I think better than 2022. So let's take a look at his numbers with the Cubs. 2 years, he's played 202 games, has 659 at bats, 167 hits, 18 home runs, 94 RBI. His slash line, it's exactly what you'd expect it to be. It's 253, 293 on base, and a 390 for a 683 slug. In fact, that slash line is a little bit down from what he had done in the previous 8.5 years. So let's take a look at his 2023 numbers. So 2023 only, he played 116 games. 103 of those were behind the plate. He DH'd 12 times. He had 382 ABs, 102 hits, 10 home runs, 63 RBI. But his slash line was better. He hit 267, 315 on base, and a 408 slug for a 723 OPS. So his average was up. He had a 1.7 WAR for 2023. That's really good. And his career WAR, Jan's having a good career. Jan's a 19.3 career WAR. Putting together a really good career. In 103 games catching, his fielding percentage is .993. Which is above league average. So Yan is an above league average defensive catcher. 6 errors, 54 assists, caught 821 and 2/3 innings. So Yan had a really good season, 2023. If we would get Jan's numbers in 2024 like he did in 2023, I think we'd all be more than happy. I think we'd be ecstatic. I'm not really looking for it. 36 years old, I'm not looking for a tremendous drop-off, but there's got to be – I think he had a really good year in 2023. I think it might be a year where he drops a little bit, which is natural at this point in time. So what do we expect from Yan in 2024? Well, I don't expect him to play as many games. I think Miguel is going to get increased play behind the plate. So I would expect Yan Gomes to play 80 to 100 games. He's going to play great defense in those 80 to 100 games if he's healthy. He'll get 80 to 100 hits. He might hit, 8 to 12, 13 home runs. Probably hit right at 250, maybe a tick under, right? Yan might slide and go 249. Right at 300 on base, 400 slug, 700 OPS. I think that's what we can expect. I'd be surprised, barring injury, if his numbers deviate from that tremendously, and I'm okay with that. We're hoping that Yan stays healthy, plays well, and that he still gives Miguel some time to get ready. So another year of Yan sort of carrying the bulk of it, but Miguel getting more starts, I think is probably what we're going to see. That to me would be the ideal situation. So guys, that's Yan Gomes. Great guy, great Cub. We're all rooting for him in 2024, and it's good to kind of see where he's been and what he's done, and we look forward to watching him in the upcoming season. So that's all for now. We'll talk to you guys very soon, and go Cubs, go.